Indiana got a recruiting win yesterday that I don't think anybody really saw coming. A 6'11" Bosnian center, Andrej Acimovic, will join Indiana for the upcoming season. He averaged 17 and a half points, 7.5 rebounds per game in the U19 ABA League last season. He will be the 13th scholarship player for Indiana. This was per Colin McMahon, who broke the news, who I believe is for Indiana Sports Media covering football and basketball. So shout out to Colin. I saw this come through, as did many who I think shared my reaction. Who is that? I haven't heard about this kid, didn't know much about him. Apparently has a 7'1" wingspan. Obviously, 17 and a half and 7.5 are great numbers in the U, whatever league that is, the U19 ABAs. So who knows? This is worth a gamble, I guess. Others not so excited about this one because one of the more viral responses to this announcement was a tweet from Cali Drafts, who is one of the accounts we reference often when we're talking about international prospects. Nick Kalinowski yesterday. He quote tweeted Indiana's announcement of this and said this, quote, "How the heck do these random Bosnian bigs keep getting Power 5 scholarships? He couldn't even make the main team in the Bosnian Domestic League, which is just awful. Had one of the lowest BPMs on a Bosnian team that finished 18th in U18 Eurobasket B last season." So at least one person who's a lot smarter about international prospects than you and I are is not impressed here. But you've now had 24 hours to watch film and come up with your response to this. What can you tell people about Andrej Acimovic for Indiana?
So, if you were able to sort rosters by position for the last 3 months, when you sort by center for Indiana, nobody pops up. Now somebody will pop up.
There you go.
Shut your damn mouth. Look, I don't know how productive he's going to be. I don't really understand. Looking at the film, obviously I trust my guy Nick. Right. When it comes to international guys, that's one of the people I trust. In the basketball space, right? But also in fairness to him, like his model has been wrong about some prospects before. So like it can go either way, but for the most part, I do trust him. I will say from the film that I watched, it didn't look as bad. Like, there are some things that are hashtag semi-endearing, and they need anybody at this point. They need a center. They don't have one. So just getting one on the roster at this point just feels like a win for Indiana.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out. Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's the only player listed at 6'11" on the team. So they don't have anyone as big as this. They needed somebody just big. Guess what, Darren DeVries? The Big Ten is full of 7-footers. All of the best teams in the big. Let's go through them. Daymara, 7'3". Daniel Jacobson, 7'4". Illinois, Tom Ivisic, I believe 7'1". I believe the other Ivisic is 7'2". Michigan State, Carson Cooper, 6'11". Jackson Kohler, 6'7". You're gonna have to go up against some big players against the best teams in this league. And if you want to be a good team and not a middle of the pack team, you're going to need some dudes that have some height and some size. This Indiana roster doesn't have that. And I will say this, it's great that they got somebody that meets that qualification. even the people reporting on this are downplaying this ad and telling Indiana fans, let's be careful, don't expect too much. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yep, they got some height. He's never going to play. So did they really get height? You know what I mean? I'm going to read an excerpt from an On3 write up for the Hoosier.com. This comes from Kyler Staley, who was kind of writing the announcement post and what to expect from Acimovic. Acimovic is probably how you say it. Um, Let me find exactly where this was because I thought it was pretty prescient here on what to expect this season. Here it is. He said, while most of the fan base seems pleased that the Hoosiers added a piece to their front court, it should be worth noting the expectation is that Andre will not see very much time on the floor. He will be used as more of a practice player and a guy that Darren DeVries and his staff can develop over the course of the next year or two. So even the beat writers are urging caution here. He's a practice player that is 6'11", not the missing piece this Indiana team needs.
I mean, you're gonna have to play a center. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it was looking like Reed Bailey was gonna be the center for this team, and like he's a finesse power forward. He's certainly really not a center in my eyes. So I don't know. I feel like this dude's gonna get a little more tick or a little bit more be a little bit more of a practice player than people are trying to lean on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's a high ceiling here. Because the skill stuff he flashes is good. I will laugh in the same article that is urging caution. A paragraph later, it says he has a smooth fadeaway jumper that is very Dirk Nowitzki like. So yeah, urge caution, practice player, but Dirk jumper. Um, I get it. Like I've said this before with other teams. Michigan took a German center as their 15th guy. Michigan State was sniffing around that kid that ended up going to Texas. You have 15 scholarships to work with. You should use your 13th, 14th, 15th scholarships on guys that don't expect minutes, that are just happy to be there, that have some pretty serious upside. And give it a year, give it 2 years. If you start to see that upside becoming real, then you've found a diamond in the rough. Great. If not, you cut bait and no one even remembers they were ever there. I think this is the right type of ad that Darren DeVries should make, but I would like to just say if I have to pick which camp I'm in, I'm with Nick Kalinowski. I don't think this kid ever plays for Indiana.
Can I get plus 590 if he starts a game?
Starts a game this year.
Yeah.
I'll give you plus 590 on that. Yeah, what do you want to bet?
Let's put a little 25 on it. Why not?
25 at plus 590, meaning I'll owe what, like $150 ish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 25 to 150.
Deal.
Deal.